Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode. If you've been listening to the other past couple of episodes, you know that I've been here for a while, so I'm basically recording all these in one day. So it's nice. But as usual, they'll be releasing every other week. So if you got into those three so far, this is not a review video. This is not a theory video. This is just in general me making this video. And it's the fact that yeah, Joker 2 happened, and I don't know how to react to it. So here's my reaction to just the first one and just the franchise in general.
Why would he wear these? Who would invent these?
Now you may be asking, John, how can you not like the first Joker? It was such a great movie. How'd you not see Joker 2 and you're reacting to the second movie? Well, I saw the first one. I didn't think it was good. People are saying it's a great movie. I don't see how, other than it's talking about mental illness. I can't see how it's a good movie. Because if you think of just Arthur Fleck in general, which I was told to think about for if I saw the second one, just think about Arthur and not Joker's character in DC Comics. It would be better. And I did think about that, and it was somewhat better. Again, it makes sense for the project, but it doesn't make sense to me because what's the plot to it? I don't know the plot. Is it the plot just like Arthur gets beat up? He's been beat up so many times. Now he wants to change everything by murdering people. There's also the interesting somewhat flashbacks. They're not really flashbacks, but more like realizations in scenes like, oh my god, my girlfriend was not there. She wasn't my girlfriend. It's just all in my head. Again, for mental illness, like for a movie about mental illness, this movie does do a good job at it. Joaquin Phoenix, great actor. He did amazing in the role for this specific Joker. I say specific Joker because I cannot see him playing another Joker, other like the main one. And this is another reason why I think Heath's version it can't be topped unless you think about Jack Nicholson. Those two are those two are the definitive live action Jokers. If you want to talk about my personal opinion in definitive and the best Joker, and that'd be Mark Hamill's Joker from the Batman the Animated Series. The laugh is just too iconic. How he acts is exactly how you would think the Joker would act toward Batman. I can't see any other actor doing that. Maybe Barry Keoghan. I don't know how to say his last name. But maybe the Batman's Joker does a better job. I don't know. I have to see more. But just from the deleted scene, it looks like he might be a good fit for the role. But I don't know. On the Joker note still, it's just not really fun movie. It's not a supervillain movie. It's just dark and depressing. There's nothing about this that makes it a supervillain origin story. Especially because by the end of the movie, you learn that he's just been delusional this whole time. He's been in Arkham. And in the second one, it turns out he actually did some of that stuff. And that some of it was actually real. But also at the same time, it's a musical. So it's like a few songs every second. And in most musicals, you don't even hear a song for at least 5 to 10 minutes in between a scene. But for some reason in this movie, I hear that every single scene is a musical number. I have nothing against it, because if you think about Joker's character in the comics, probably would go along to dancing and singing and all. Especially if you saw Batman uh, Arkham Knight, that's the specific one, where Mark Hamill's singing about Arkham Asylum to Batman. You would know that this is Joker's character. And if you watch the movie, it is about Arthur Fleck's mind and how he sees through his trauma. But still, it doesn't work. It doesn't live up to the first one, and certainly the first one wasn't even good enough to begin with, but somehow I saw people praising the stairs and saying how it was iconic. I'm not saying it's not iconic, but I'm not gonna be like, the Joker's my favorite movie. The staircase is what I need to see. Oh my god, it's the staircase where he danced. I sound like I'm making fun of these people for liking it and enjoying it that much because let's face it, I would geek out at something I enjoyed from a movie too. I'd be Jake Peralta in that one Brooklyn Nine-Nine episode where he's like, "Oh my god, this is the building from Die Hard. Take my picture." Again, perfectly normal for people who are just fans. Only reason I say about Joker specifically though, not because I didn't like it, it's the fact that it is about mental illness. It is about a depressing character who is just super dark and kills people. And it's just because he thinks in his mind he's doing the right thing, taking down the people who has wronged him his whole life. And then everyone goes up and agrees with him just because they're the rich and powerful. Okay, was there like a story? Was there a reason for him doing it other than he got beat up and because he felt like Thomas Wayne was his dad and he wronged him? Who may and may not be his father, but like, is there a main reason? Was it like, I don't know. I just feel like for you to see a movie about a guy going insane without reason for it, other than he already had a mental condition, and then he just like is delusional the whole time. It's interesting for a thing about mental illness, but if you're talking about a supervillain origin story, it doesn't drive me. It doesn't bring me enough to think it is. But when I did think about it as just a character in general and not Joker, I thought it was a decent movie. I gave it a 7 out of 10 when I reviewed it. Again, I didn't post the video, but I did review I did review the movie, and I just didn't post it because I felt like there's no point in me reviewing the first one if it hasn't come out recently. It came out years ago in 2018, same time as Venom, I think. I believe either 2019, one of those two. But I haven't. That movie's been out for a while. There's no point in reviewing it. But as I said, Joaquin Phoenix is really good in it. But as a supervillain origin story, I cannot. It doesn't really interest me enough. It doesn't give me much to invest in. Now, if you just take out the Joker title and you just make it like Arthur or some other name, I felt like, okay, I can get behind this because it's about a new character, not someone who's famous and has been in other forms of media for decades. That's just my opinion, though. If you enjoyed it, good for you. But me personally, I can't see how it was good other than the mental illness stuff. I can't see anything that drives me for a Joker character. I can't. But that's just me. If you enjoyed it, please at least leave a comment saying I liked it. But so here's the plot, and this is what I think it was going for. Only because I generally don't know the plot. I watched it. I understood it was all like him in his head, but I can't understand like what drove him to it other than his father, like the boyfriend of his mother beating him up. I think that's really the only drive to it, and that might be the main reason. But it doesn't make sense in the whole story because that's like a couple of scenes. And he even kills his mom before the ending. So it's like there's no other point, you know? So I don't know. I just had to say the reason why I talk about this is because if you read the thumbnail, title, whatever, you probably could guess by now, even yourself, by just watching the video. I'm asking the question: should Joker have a franchise? I personally don't think so. Similar to Venom movies and other Sony films made that are without Spider-Man, they don't survive without Peter Parker's Spider-Man or just another Spider-Man. I can't see surviving without him. So for Joker, I can't see villains surviving on their own without Batman. Now, Penguin, on the other hand, is doing good after it was set up by a Batman movie. It wasn't just on its own, it was set up. Joker was not set up by anything. This is an Elseworld movie, standalone, away from Batman, away from other DC characters. And it was just made because the studios wanted to make a Joker movie. Because anti-heroes and villains were at the time popular with Suicide Squad and uh well, Thunderbolts wasn't really out. Thunderbolts was never talked about. So maybe Punisher, maybe. And I say this because I still see Harley Quinn outfits from that 2016 Suicide Squad movie. It wasn't a good movie, but people really enjoyed it. Okay, some people enjoyed it. I'm not gonna say everyone because a lot of fans hated on it. I still do. I'm gonna be like Pete Holmes. I'm gonna say to the Joker, I'd rather Jared Leto. Just because, seriously, at least Jared Leto was trying to be somewhat the Joker. And even when the Suicide Squad movie was over, there was a scene for Snyder Cut where Joker actually was the Joker, and it was played by Jared Leto. It actually was pretty good. Now, if they just did that for other Joker, like that in that series, if they just did Joker that way, well, it worked out. But yeah, I don't think Joker would survive without Batman or a spinoff. Like it is a spinoff set up by Batman. I can't see without Batman. I can't, similar to how I can't see other characters without the main character. Again, that is just me. If you liked it, I'm happy that you had a good time with the movie. But also, if you have seen the second Joker movie, is it good? Do you think it was very interesting? And if you did not like it, either way, just tell me, should I make a review video? Yes or no? Because I think a lot of tweets I could just read say it well enough. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like or just come back looking it up or subscribing to see other videos because we will be doing more review videos. We have more videos ahead. So, can't wait to see you there.